The Byodo-in temple is situated on the outskirts of Kyoto, another ancient capital of Japan. It was built 950 years ago and is considered to be the high point of the architectural elegance of the period. Originally, it was a villa for a nobleman and his family. This is a typical example of the ancient architectural style known as Shindenzukuri, or palace style, characterized by the use of platforms. The paneled walls create a vast interior space which can be divided by screens to create temporary rooms. The Byodo-in temple has survived the many wars which have been fought in the surrounding area, and we see it today exactly as it was when originally built. The characteristic feature of palace style is that rooms such as reception rooms, bedrooms and the dining hall are located in separate buildings. They are connected to the main hall by covered corridors. By medieval times, around the beginning of the 15th century, the Japanese began to use partitions to create several permanent rooms inside a building. This building was constructed about 400 years ago in Kyoto. The elegant lines of the architecture deserve admiration, and it's considered to be a masterpiece of the time. It's been designated a national treasure. The advantage of building with wood is that different external appearances can be created simply by changing the method of interlocking the timbers. This building, located in the midst of beautiful gardens, demonstrates many of the features that a traditional Japanese wooden building should have. A large study is located at the center of the building, and this arrangement is known as Shoin style. The style was developed from the ancient palace style of construction, and by this time the interior of the building was divided into rooms. The architectural characteristics include painted sliding screens called fusuma and shoji, which let light into the room. There's also an alcove, a sort of small room set at a slightly higher level. The floors are covered with tatami mats, a feature unique to Japanese houses. The Katsura Imperial Villa was built 380 years ago as a suburban residence for the imperial family. This building is also in Shoin style, and the brilliant white shoji that separate it from the outer world create a beautiful contrast to the green of the garden. Outside the shoji are wooden shutters which stop driving rain from penetrating the rooms. Just inside the shoji partitions is a wooden floored corridor. When the sliding partitions are opened, they reveal a panoramic view through to the garden. The garden plays an important part in the Shoin style of construction. A Japanese garden is laid out so that it reflects the atmosphere of the countryside. It exists independently of the building, and yet it enhances the image of the whole area, including the building. So how have the features of traditional Japanese architecture been implemented in modern buildings? This interlocking wooden structure under the eaves is just one beautiful reminder of the past. The floors are covered with tatami mats, and the rooms are partitioned by the sliding screens known as fusuma. The main pillar that supports the entire structure of the house has become thicker. This one measures about 30 centimeters along each side. There are shoji which let in light and fusuma sliding partitions. This is the traditional Shoin style of construction, and it's still used today. The reception room has a tokonoma or alcove which is set at a slightly higher level than the rest of the room. The size of tatami mats varies with the region. On average, they measure 180 centimeters by 90 centimeters. The tatami mat base is made from compressed straw. The top of this base is covered with a mat of woven rushes. The woven rush mat is fastened in place with long metal skewers. Once the length of the mat has been determined, the craftsman then works on the width. Once the mat has been made to size, the surplus rushes are trimmed off. The woven rush mat is then sewn to the straw base. The thread is made of hemp and is thick and strong. This craftsman is sewing the mat the traditional way, and his skills have been perfected after years of experience. The compressed straw base is quite dense, and it's not so easy to sew by hand.